Good afternoon, Hattiesburg. Thanks for joining us for this COVID-19 briefing for Friday, October 1st, and happy October. Today's numbers, these are system-wide numbers for Forest General and Merit Health Wesley. In the hospital today, between our hospitals, we have 37 people who are COVID positive, and of those 37, 9 are in the ICU, and of those 9 in the ICU, 6 are on ventilators. As you can see, we're continuing to trend downward. It's a great sign. We're getting close to where we were in late June, early July with our hospitalizations and ICU admissions, and we hope that's a trend that will continue. The people who were in the hospital today, of the 37 hospitalized, 5 were fully vaccinated. Of the 9 in the ICU, 1 was fully vaccinated, and of the 6 on ventilators, 1 was fully vaccinated. There were 2 new deaths in each county reported since Wednesday, bringing the total deaths in Forest County to 243 and in Lamar County 134. New cases today, Forest County reported 22 and Lamar County reported 24. And the inside 14-day number, this is the number of people who have received their positive test result in the last 2 weeks. It kind of gives you an idea of how many active cases you could have in your community. Forest County now at 318. Lamar County finally getting under that 300 mark at 287. So total of 605. Again, you'd have to go back to mid to late July to get to kind of see a number that low. And so certainly things are trending in the right direction. And if you look at a week over a week compared to last Friday, Forest County was at 453, now down to 318. So a decrease of well over 100. Lamar County also a decrease of 100. So down by about almost 250 from last Friday. Hospitalizations, 53 last week, 37 today, and ICU utilization down by 10 as well. So just an update on where we stand with vaccinations. 36% are now fully vaccinated in Forest County. That's up a percentage since Wednesday. We've also had an additional 115 people go in and get their first dose. So we're knocking on the door of 40% now. And Lamar County continues to get closer to 60%. 52% of Lamar County citizens are now fully vaccinated, with an additional 6% having 1 dose, including 62 since Wednesday. I want to remind you to continue helping us spread this message. It's trust your dot, get your shot. You can go to getyourshot.hberg.com for more information. And again, anytime that we share a PSA on our city Facebook page, we encourage you to share that and add your narrative to that as well. There's some city news for you today. This is a really busy month. It's a great month to be a Hattiesburger, the greatest month to be a Hattiesburger. And there's going to be certain month-long events that we're going to continue to update you on as they come to fruition. For example, tonight is Live at 5, and that's every Friday in October at Town Square Park. We also have musical Saturdays in the park. This is something that our Parks and Recreation Department is doing in conjunction with Jay Dean from USM. And so tomorrow there's actually a saxophone quartet at the Mobile Street Festival, and at 10 a.m. they will be performing between East 5th Street and East 6th Street on Mobile Street, right there on the west side of the road. So we encourage you, we'll update you each week when there's going to be one of these concerts, but tomorrow at 10 a.m., saxophone quartet at Mobile Street Festival between East 5th and East 6th. Other events going on this weekend. Tonight there is the Sacred Heart Homecoming game at 7 p.m., tomorrow starts the really busy day, the first full weekend of October. There's the Remember My Name 5K walk, which is done in support of domestic violence victims, particularly children. That'll be at 8 a.m. to noon. Registration will start at 7:15 at Camper Park. There's a 5K, but also there's a 1-mile walk that you can do. I think it's $20 entry fee, but it's at Camper Park tomorrow morning. Of course, the 16th Annual Mobile Street Festival will go on from 8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Mentioned the 10 a.m. concert, but there'll be food and activities throughout the day. They will also be giving shots, COVID shots, and as well as doing COVID testing at the old Smith Drug, which is also on Mobile Street. There'll be first Saturday downtown, Pilates in the park at Town Square Park at 9 a.m. Several food things that you want to take a look at. There's the Oktoberfest at the Porter from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Lucky Rabbit will have their regular market day. The Great Duck Hunt. This is something that's really good for smaller children, particularly 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Pocket Museum, including there will be a birthday party for Milo, who is the mascot of the Pocket Museum, at 11:30 a.m. at the Sanger. Several outdoor markets. We mentioned the Lucky Rabbit at 10, but also Bloom's will be shutting down Tennessee Street behind their building from 10 to 4. There's an art market and plant swap at the Community Arts Center, which is the old Hattiesburg American Building, from 10 to 4. There's a new gallery presentation at Oddfellows from 11:30 to 2. Fairley's Wings has put a lot of time and effort into this food truck festival they're doing. Taste of 59 South will be playing at this during this time, but noon to 6 on the street, right there on Main Street. Encourage you to go and support that. There's a new beer release from SoPro that's going to happen from noon to 10. There'll be pop-up dance lessons at Hattiesburg Ballroom and Beyond at 6 p.m. and then the Slothathon at the Hattiesburg Zoo at 6 p.m. And you can find all this at HattiesburgMS.com. But really, whatever you do tomorrow, you can find something in Hattiesburg, probably several things that you want to do. We encourage you to do that, and you can actually download at HattiesburgMS.com a whole bingo sheet that you should try to do for the month of October, and we'll be giving prizes to those who do that. And of course, we encourage you to use the hashtag #OctoberInHburg. All right, so tomorrow there's going to be several roads in downtown that are going to be closed off, one of which is going to be Main Street for the Food Truck Festival, also all of Mobile Street, starting at Pine, going up to 7th Street. That's for the Mobile Street Festival. There will be the road by the Porter, which is part of Forest Street behind the Porter will be blocked off. You'll also see Tennessee Street blocked off there. But there will be, the Zoomobile will be giving rides to people throughout the day, so you can see on this map, if you want to screenshot this and save it, places they'll be stopping to take people to different venues that are going on downtown. So really appreciate the zoo doing that. Want to wish Sacred Heart very happy homecoming and good luck tonight in their game versus St. Andrews. They're having a great season so far. And we also want to wish good luck to all of our area teams. Hattiesburg High got their first win last week, and they now 1-0 in the region. They go to South Jones tonight. PCS will visit Bowling Green. Oak Grove will host Petal, and FCAHS will try to get on the board with a win against Lawrence County. Also, if you use Hub City Transit or have ever thought about using Hub City Transit, we encourage you to go to hubcitytransit.com and participate in the public feedback we have going on as we try to do a master plan for our transit system going forward. That'll be available through October 8th. And finally, our act of courage. Every year we gather with Hattiesburg Police Department, with prosecutors, with victims advocates that deal with domestic violence, shelters, things like that, and declare October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. This has been going on in our country since 1987. Of course, for centuries and even decades in the 20th century, domestic violence is one of those things that was kind of swept under the rug, and it took that first Domestic Violence Awareness Month declaration in 1987 to really start gathering people who worked in this space, to start working together to support victims, to hold perpetrators accountable, to try and pursue legislative type solutions, and that started culminating in the early 1990s with the Violence Against Women Act in 1994. But what it also did is it also started to awaken state and local governments on what they could do to better support victims of domestic violence. And so today we declared this Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the city of Hattiesburg. What we also did, though, is announced a grant that we received from the State Department of Health's Office of Against Interpersonal Violence. We received a $70,000 grant a few weeks ago to start a domestic violence court in our municipal court. Of course, Hattiesburg's municipal court deals with misdemeanor type things, but we have found that if you can start with misdemeanor type offenses, whether it's behavioral health court or drug court or now domestic violence court, you can keep those problems from becoming bigger problems. And what we know is during COVID, the cases of domestic violence have gone up 20 to 25% in the city of Hattiesburg. We know that many of our violent crimes, if not most of our violent crimes, come from domestic type situations. And so it's important that we try to take strategic approaches to solve really complex problems. And so I want to thank Judge Wes Curry and Judge Brian Bledsoe, and particularly our court clerk, Philip McSwain, and our grant writer, Jennifer Schaus, for pursuing this grant. This will set up a specialized docket for those misdemeanor domestic violence cases and things that surround domestic violence. They will do support for victims. They will hold accountability, but also do programming to try and rehabilitate those who are offenders. And really, I believe municipal court should not just be a place where it's punitive and they punish you for doing bad things. I think municipal court also needs to be a place where we try and empower people to make better decisions, and this domestic violence court is one more example of those evidence-based type situations that can make a real difference. And we are excited to see this in play, and we look forward to the results that will come from that. As we go into the weekend, remember to wash your hands, Take care of yourself. Wear a mask when you're around others. Please get your vaccine. Most of all, be kind. Have a great weekend.